Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse my vulgar language.
We love, baby. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for listening, and you are tuned into Live with KaraJay. Today's show is going to be lit because we have two awesome special guests you're not going to want to miss. But before we get into that, let's talk about some things that's going on in our community. First things first, you know it's February, which means it's Black History Month. We all know how important it is to celebrate one's culture and acknowledge the contributions it has made in our everyday lives. The government isn't going to acknowledge Black contributions to society. School isn't going to acknowledge Black contributions to society. Mainstream media doesn't even acknowledge Black contributions to society. So, if they won't do it, the Live with KaraJay show will. So, in my lonesome, I was thinking, how can I present new information about Black history in a new creative way? So this is what I thought of. Each week for the rest of the month of February, we will be highlighting a different aspect of Black excellence. This week, I will be highlighting Black excellence in athletes. Now, I know you're asking, who will you be interviewing? Who's going to be on your show this week? Oh my God. Well, you're going to find out right after the break. But I will give you a little hint. My guest is a future superstar entering the NFL draft. But stay tuned after the break and you'll find out who it is. Fun fact, did you know that in 1925, Carter Goodwin Woodson established the Negro History Week, which later became Black History Month? This month of February was chosen in honor of Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln, who were both born in that month. So this is an announcement to all the Black people that are like, oh my God, they gave us the shortest month because, you know, that's like why did they give us the shortest month? It wasn't because it was the shortest month. It simply was because this is a month where Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln's birthday lands on. But now we're going to go back to the break. You're listening to Live with KaraJay. So right now, we will be kicking off with our first segment, interviewing one of Chicago's rising star athletes. He's on the road to the NFL draft. Please, everyone, put your hands together and welcome Matthew Fleming. Hello, Matthew. How are you?
What's going on? How you doing?
We are gonna be lit. Like, I'm so excited, and thank you for coming here and, you know, chilling with me. Like, this means a lot.
Of course. Thanks for having me. It's an honor.
Your wave's looking nice too.
He's always looking nice.
Whatever Matthew does, y'all need to make sure y'all get on that because y'all trying, but y'all not succeeding like that. I'm just letting you know. But yes, let's get into it. So obviously you're going to the NFL draft, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Karen, I can't hear you.
So how is that? You can't hear me? Okay. So you're going into the NFL draft. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. I mean, I'm ready. I'm confident. I'm young, so I ain't losing out on nothing. So
exactly. You got to do it. You got to do it. You got to
following the dream. So it's an honor.
Yes, so I'm sitting in front of a future legend here, you guys. I'm happy that I'm giving him his humble days.
Right, he's leaving before the fame.
Right, before the fame. And also, I just want to clarify, we do have two other people. We obviously have my producer Jada. She's always in the background here, so that's just a natural assumption. But Matt, you also brought a guest. Could you tell me who you bring with you?
Yes, I brought my sister Hannah Fleming, my right hand man.
Yeah.
She right over here, so we wanted to come in. I couldn't come by myself, so I had to make sure she came with me.
Exactly. So we're gonna be teaming. You know, Hannah's also my right hand man. So we're not even gonna get into that. We go way back. Today we don't even want to discuss, okay? But yes. So yeah, at what moment, Matt, did you realize football was gonna be part of your life?
I think at a very young age it started, like, I just knew I had a knack for athletics, and once I got into sports and everything else, football it was just something different about football, and it was just something it was an addiction I couldn't get away from. So it was just, I knew like from a young age at like 5 that I was going to be doing it for a while. So. Okay,
that's awesome. So like you tried out other sports first, so like what other sports were you involved in?
I still do track to this day. I did wrestling, baseball, like I pretty much done it all, but it's just something about football. So as I got older, like you kind of got to select what sports you're going to do.
Right, what you're going to focus on.
Yeah, so football, it was just always my number one, and it still is. So
that's awesome. Okay, so I should know this, but I don't. But what position do you play and why?
I play wide receiver, and I play a lot of different positions, but that's my primary position. And it's fun. You get to
Also,
run
I
past
feel
people,
like if
catch
I
the
was
ball.
to play football, I would play wide receiver. I mean, I would be like a wide receiver too because like I don't want to get like tackled. Like, and I just feel like every play I would run for dear life. Like every time you
Right.
wouldn't be able to catch me.
You gotta
Like,
catch the ball though.
I mean, I can catch the ball. I'd rather that than like be pushing up against like fat guys
Right,
like
yeah, I feel
for like
you.
the whole game. Like
Right.
that's just not
And
the
you get to
move.
score touchdowns, so that's the best part of it.
Exactly. So you get like the liberating part. You're kind of like
Right.
the star
Yeah.
almost. Like you
Yeah.
kind of be the face because you're the person always going across like the line, right?
Exactly.
That's awesome. So just on another note, how has football taught you any lessons like outside of the field?
Definitely. It's a big teacher of life in itself because it teaches you how to. Because in football, you got your ups and you got your downs. So that just taught me that whatever's going on in life, you can't give up on it. It teaches you adversity. It teaches you when you get knocked down, you got to get back up. So just playing football for all these years, it just kind of molded me into the man that I am and put me in the position to be where I am right now.
Definitely like discipline and work ethic, as I imagine, right? Because you have to like learn how to like discipline your time, balancing
Right.
like you committing with your sport and also committing like with your personal life and school and everything like that. Right. So now we're gonna get to the juicy questions.
Okay.
Are you ready? You ready? Okay. So if like what do you feel that you faced any temptations as an athlete? Not even necessarily regarding to anything, but maybe like girls or family or partying or anything like that. Like what temptations do you face?
I wouldn't say. I believe my parents made sure at a young age that those type of things wouldn't affect me, and they kind of molded me as a young kid to look past certain stuff like that. And I just kind of once I got to college, I knew right from wrong. I'm not saying I ain't never mess up, but
Right.
I've always known the right thing to do. So it was always in the back of my head. So
Right. So that
I wouldn't say
because I know Mama Fleming. I know
Oh,
Mama
yeah.
Fleming on that if she found out
come across your
if
head.
anything was going on. Anything was going on. I definitely think that fear of the fist helps with every decision you make at the back of your head. Like I don't want my mom to kill me. But also, do you feel like you've missed out on any opportunities by dedicating your life to football?
No, I believe football is my opportunity. I think that's showcasing who I am without saying too much, and it's just a way that I can get out and be a kid for all these years. So I don't think I missed out on anything. I think all the opportunities that I have come across are the opportunities that were meant for me. So I don't regret anything by playing football at all.
Awesome. That's really, really, really cool. So what made you decide to go into the draft instead of staying in school?
Honestly, it was something that God put on my heart, and I knew this was a career that I was going to follow from a young age. But it was just once I got into this, it was literally like a month ago. It was just, God just kept it on my heart and kept it on my family's heart, and we just came as a family and decided like now's the time. So I just dived in here first.
Okay, that's really, really cool because I know that's like a decision like a lot of athletes face. You know, like
Yeah.
when do I go
Yeah.
and pursue like this next level because it's still like kind of risky or whatever, right? So just out of curiosity, do you plan on when you get into the NFL, right? We're speaking into the existence.
Yes,
When you get into
Your
the
mouth
NFL,
forgot
yes, when you get into the NFL, since you will stop school essentially, when that time comes in your career or whatever, do you plan on still going back and pursuing school, or like how do you plan on doing that?
I'm actually still in school. I never stopped. I'm not gonna
Like even if you go
change
into the
my-
league.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to take whether it's online classes or whatever the case may be. That degree is definitely number one in my mind. But of course, I want to go follow my dream, but I want to continue to get my education at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's like really cool and unique way to like put it because I feel like a lot of the times when people like see like that check they gonna get and stuff, they like forget school. I don't even want to be like, why do I need school for? Y'all the dumb ones for being in school, and I'm like getting this fat check for just like catching a football or whatever.
Exactly.
But I definitely think it's valuable the way you phrase that, like continuing your education. So you're still continuing like furthering your mind, exercising your mind in different ways. So that's really, really, really cool. So like, what are you doing to prepare to get into the draft?
I've been training 7 days a week. I'm at the academy in Rosemont. With
Okay.
Jason, best trainer out there, so he can get me right, and I would recommend anybody out there to go work out with him. So
That's really, really cool. And I saw your like really dope video. So we gonna repost that for you. We gonna show you some love with that. But like he played my song, God's playing in the background. I was like, oh, and from the moment the video started, I'm like, it's over with.
I had to, because without God, nothing is possible. And I believe that I'm being put on this in this type of stage, and to bring God to what I'm trying to do. So that's my main thing. Without God, I wouldn't be who I am today. So.
And that's awesome that you put it that way. So that's really cool. So do you have some like any weird like pre-game rituals? I know like a lot of athletes have like superstitions. Like I have to wear the same underwear. Like I have to like wear the socks, or I have to sing this song, or I have to talk to my mom or my girlfriend before I play.
I think I always like my mom. I always call my mom before a game, and just she always levels my head out, and I just kind of gives me peace with what I'm doing. And then before every game, I always go to the sideline and pray, because that's what you gotta do.
Right, get your mind right for the game.
Right.
Right. Well, we're gonna have some more amazing cool tips from Matt, the future NFL star, right after the break. So make sure you stay tuned, and you are listening to Live with KaraJay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. And right now I'm with Hannah and Matt. Once again, thank you for coming. And we appreciate you coming out here. About to get lit. Yes. So not only do I have Matthew here, he's going into the NFL draft, but we also do have the amazing entrepreneur, Hannah. I personally have known Hannah since we was 15, 16 years old. And she's always been constructing new ideas and new fancy stuff with like her fashion. So when she told me that she was starting her own fashion line, I was like, sis, I gotta bring you on here. Because I definitely want to hear what exactly that's about. Okay. So, but it's not just you, right? Your brother's involved with it too, right?
Right, yes.
So you both are having a fashion line together. So what's it called?
Seeds of Destiny.
Where'd you get the name from?
So the name began 30 years ago. It started with our homeschooling.
Okay.
From my mom. And from there, my parents believe that if you plant good seeds, which will bring strong roots, it will help to reach any of your highest potential. So with that in mind, we wanted to honor our parents and make Seeds of Destiny not only like a brand, but a company. And from there, we'll be able to build our businesses from underneath the company Seeds of Destiny.
Okay, that's honestly beautiful. Like, wow, like a tear almost just came out of my eye. I heard Seeds of Destiny. No, that's honestly beautiful and like very, 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 very creative. So it started like pretty much with like your mom.
Yes,
and
homeschooling.
Matt, you were homeschooled, correct?
Yeah.
So it was you and you have an older sibling, right?
My oldest brother, who is currently being 30, so it started with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So your older brother and Matt were both homeschooled. So Hannah, were you the only one that wasn't homeschooled?
Right.
Yeah, but she still got all the seeds she needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that actually must have been like lit, like actually like being homeschooled, like what's the difference between? Because I know you went to Simeon, right? You graduated from Simeon. So what was the differences between like homeschooling and like actually being at the actual like institution?
It was weird at first, because it was like hard to get acclimated into the school environment. So it was like I was used to the one-on-one attention, and then once I got into school, I kind of like got thrown in with thrown into the fire. So it was different, but once I got used to it, it was okay.
So when did you get into like did you stop homeschooling when you went to high school?
I was homeschooled up to my junior year of high school.
Yeah.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Wait a minute. This is throwing me off, y'all, because I went to high school with them, and like I just feel like what?
Yeah.
So when you were playing at the Chicago, what was it called, the Chicago Bowl? When you played against St. Rita, what is that called? The Chicago Bowl?
Prep Bowl.
The Prep Bowl. So you played. That was your first year in high school.
Yeah.
What? And you was dope, dope. I mean, y'all, this is crazy. I'm in awe. That's incredible, and especially to jump into like such a competitive division like that. Cause that was like the.
I have been playing I have been doing my athletics the whole time, since my freshman year at Simeon. So it was just the matter of me going to school, because that was my area school, so I was able to